This is Elden Ring Part 5. Let's get gonna pick up right where we left off last game, or last match, and we're gonna go fight Godric.
I am the Lord of all that is golden. And one day
I didn't even have to go and get
we'll
nothing new.
return together to
Awesome.
our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Awesome. Now, before I go through with the rest of the game, I'm going to go get his Great Rune activated. For those of you who don't know, it's basically like it's some buff that you don't have to use, but it does help if you use it. Some of them are far superior to others, and some of them are far worse. I personally like Godric because it's 5 plus to all stats, but I'm sure later on in the game it's way worse. I still just continue to use it just because it's a flat 5 on all, which is like 40 free stats. I think I'm going the wrong way. Oh. Alright. This is the right way. Screw the doggo. Everything over here hurts. This is ridiculous. But now I guess my next steps is after I activate the Great Rune would be to go to Leonia and I guess get the Glintstone key, but I'm gonna need to farm up a few levels because I kind of do want to. I do want to do all the dragons in this playthrough. Like kill all the dragons just simply because I mean they're kind of fun. Some of them are hard, but it's all worth it in the end. You get free souls. Runes, my bad. Alright, yeah, screw that. That is gonna take forever. I'm sure I could do it with the magic, but it's a lot. Maybe not that guy though. But still. Now all I gotta do is just get to the top. Depending on whether or not the series gets enough like views or follows or likes or anything like that, I might do a 100% playthrough and just do everything I can. Like pick up every item. Well, maybe not every item, but pick up most items. Every item I see that I can at least. Do most quest lines, if not all. Things like that, you know. All bosses. Cool stuff like that. That was a misclick. But yeah, once you get up here, all you gotta do is activate this. After all rune-bearing bosses, you will get these, and you'll have to go to the what is it called? The Great Towers or something? Divine Towers. I don't think there's one without one, but there's some sort of lore behind it, and it's like they're supposed to be alive there, but they all were killed by the Black Knight group, which is kind of cool. But they added that little detail that most of them are dead. I know that's kind of cheesing it, but I don't really feel like fighting him. They're kind of aggressive, and I'm still somewhat trying to get back into it. It's been a little bit since I played the game. Like, actually fully played the game, I guess. Um, kind of took a break because I got to a point that I couldn't beat it. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm going to restart it and start doing YouTube. So,
What a pathetic excuse for a law. Oh, this he got, I'll tell you though, he hadn't.
before in this playthrough, I know they got some really cool ones, but they also got some really bland looking ones, I guess you'd say. So if y'all have any recommendations, just let me know. I'll look into them. Before most of y'all recommend Malekith's armor, that's very late game. It's gonna take a long time for me to get to that. Hopefully it won't take too long, but you never know with this game. If you're interested in it, this is how you start the Frenzy Flame quest line right here. It's kind of cool. It's very hard to do. You do have to go through the subterranean shunning grounds, and it is not a fun place to go at all. I'd advise against it almost entirely. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I come back here. One, talk to her.
You again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the round table. The Felilu. I'm glad to see you here. I found it in You defeated him. Make good use. I don't intend to make a habit of scam. Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room, and if you haven't already, father is leader. I'm sure talking to him.
I don't actually know how to get the merchant outfit. I would like to at some point in the game, but not quite sure on exactly how. Just got a +1 for right now, so not much I can do there. I probably will kill patches this playthrough. I'm actually gonna go do that now. He's down here somewhere, so I need to go to here. There's a cool little boss fight over there. It's one of the dragons. I'm gonna do that here in a second. I'm just gonna go fight Patches real quick. If we're lucky, something cool might happen along the ways. Looks like it already happened.
The bloody finger. The end is mine. You. And your sister.
Forgot about them. Alright, bug. Stand still. If this is the catacombs, I'm not gonna do this one. I think it's just Murkwater Cave. Yeah, this is the one. Alright, do a quick little rest. You can... Alright. I'll save that for here in a second. But,
yourself to a man's personal belongings, huh? You scheming little thief! The gods demand repentance! Off up your boys! All of it! Wait, please! I surrender! White flag!
when he surrenders, you can actually let him live. And when you do, you can come back by, and there'll be another chest over here. I think it's actually right here. And it'll teleport you over in here. like right around the map fragment piece in these woods, and I think it's actually right here. Like, it'll teleport you about like right there, and you're surrounded by a bunch of those rune bears, which are quite gruesome. They do not care about you in any shape, form, or way. But I just wanted its armor. Now from here, the twin maiden husk, my or patches is bell bearing. Store some stuff, which I mean you can do that at any site of grace, but well, the storing part, I don't know about the well, actually no, you can't do the other stuff. And any of the other things, like you can't turn in bell bearings anywhere but here. That's a cool little weapon right there. Not too worried about the cookbooks. I actually am about to pick this up though. There's a reason. Y'all will see far later on that it's quite an important thing. Well, not far later on. I might actually go and do it now. Yeah. Excuse me. Sinuses have been killing me. Pollen's starting to come out all over the place, and around my house at least. So. If you want to do a beast build, this is the way to go. This right here.
I smell feeding. Tarnished, I should feed me.
The beast eye right there is how you find more of the death root, which is useful in some aspects. Because it tells you when you're near bosses and stuff. That just makes your bestial incantations do more, and you will get those as you turn in more death root. I don't believe you can find any, but you never know. Well, at least I won't. A little bit later on into the game, like when you have probably around 40 vitality, you can drop down over here while riding your horse somewhere. Yeah, there's actually those roots over there. You drop down onto those roots, and then you drop down, and you run across, drop down, and you jump back up under this little pillar thing right here that I'm looking at, like right in front of my head, like the top of my head. You'll jump up under that piece, and there'll be a dagger that is called Cincada. It's an actual dagger in real life. It was used by the Spanish conquistadors, or Spanish Inquisition, one of the two. But they, in the game, it's actually a decent little dagger. It does a lot of damage. And this is a pretty good early farm spot. Just avoid him. So you can come around and find these little dudes at him. And we can kill them, get some pretty quick souls. Runes, I'll get into my head one day. I think they drop like 1,094 per kill. So earlier on, this is your best farm spot. They're usually quite easy. Yeah, 1,094. And it's like that per kill. If you have one of the golden pickle fruit, it's more. If you kill one while it's golden eyes, it's like 13k, which is pretty decent, especially earlier on. I think with the pickled foot, it's like 3k, 2 to 3k. But they're quite strong. I forgot I had my horse, to be honest. My goal for my stats would be like 40 vitality, 35 mind, 35 vigor, or endurance. And it's vigor, not vitality. Oh well. What else is there? Strength, I'll probably get it up to about 20. Intelligence is supposed to be around 50 to 55. And I'll probably go for my dex to go up to 30. This thing is all the way over here. Fight the run. Avoid that, because that is not a part I want to do right now. Yeah, no. All of these dudes are like boss fights for me. I heard something stomping around. I like that. Hey, it's a dragon. Or wyvern. Yeah, nah. Even though it's a small dragon, that's still a no. Not sure I could do the bleed loss and eventually kill it every time, but that's a lot. Especially with only doing 73 damage per hit right now. I have to come back here with like a plus 5 or 6 maybe. And these enemies would be much easier. Because right around that time I should be about halfway through my build, level wise, maybe? Probably not, but optimism, right? We're almost there. I'm sure most of you have seen this by now, but there's a large dragon somewhere in this area. Yep, there he is. That chicken. Come over here. And just well on. It's best to do with this like with a bleed or frost weapon or something that does percentage based health damage. Just simply because of that right there. 13,000 damage off of a few hits. And I'm doing 50 per hit. 50.5 really. Some people like to go to the tail. Me personally, it's either right there or right here. Should proc another one soon. And we're at halfway through. Which isn't too bad, I don't think. Could definitely be worse. Sword looks cool. Never actually used the weapon properly in game. This is the first time I've ever really used the sword. So I'm just kind of admiring it in this 5 to 10 minute time frame. 98,000 runes right off the bat. The best part about it is there's a side of grace right here. Some people like to glitch it, and as soon as it like does the little lake thing, you run up here. Sit at the side of grace, you get your runes, and he stays alive. Or she, really. But I've never done that. I don't plan on doing it. That's very useful. Alright, let's do this. 15, 15, 15, 24. 15 all around, 24. That could go up 1 point in a couple kills, so actually let me check to see if we got any more runes. It won't boost it none, but it is kinda nice to know exactly how much you got. Not enough. Alright. Well, let's go back here. I'll show y'all what the remembrances are for. And then yeah, we'll go from there.
Are you tired?
Oh yeah. So now you can use this to get their weapons or spells for some bosses. Like his is the Axe of Godric or the Grafted Dragon Head, which you use as a fist weapon. I have heard that this is terrible. I tried to make a build with it on like one of my very first playthroughs, and it was just god awful. I would not recommend it. I mean, I'm sure if you set up the right build for it, it would be decent, but like, oh, and you can't two-hand it. So it's got a cool secondary attack, or like not secondary, but Ash of War. But other than that, it's kind of useless. And then as for the Axe of Godric, pretty much the same thing. Very slow hitting heavy axe. It's just not worth it. That much attributes for trash weapons. It's just terrible, and it's super heavy.
Now, let the work.
But I don't intend on using either of those, so what I'm going to do is use it for runes. An extra 20k. And now I'm at a good spot. 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 25, 10, 10. From here,
Now those of a challenge find them well.
I have stuff to sell. Yeah. You need 12 of each set of smithing stones to upgrade a normal smithing stone weapon. One of each of these to upgrade a normal smithing or a somber smithing weapon. And this staff cannot be upgraded any further due to the fact that it's already got an S scaling. It is quite OP. Especially early game. Later game is not as good as some other ones, but you can stack this one's buff with another weapon or another staff, which is quite useful. The only problem is that's more for like a pure mage, and I'm not trying for that. I do intend to use my sword a little bit. I know right now I've just mostly been using the spells, but it's just simply because it's quite tough.
I spoke with she has a gift, so I told him indebted. It was all
Earlier
like, I'm
game.
sorry.
It's very unforgiving.
Greetings, are you here for spirit?
And talk to her.
Greetings, great. I am fear. Circumstance, great champ. Perhaps you might doing so. And you, do you think it where I come from? Ah.
she gives you something called the Baldekin's Blessing. And what it does is it takes like a very small percentage of your health
Very.
until you use it.
What you felt like, though it is but come back to me. I will take.
And when you do use it, it gives you your health back immediately. You don't have that. Like, it doesn't heal you, but you get your health portion back. But on top of that, it gives you a boost in poise, so you almost never stagger. And it takes a lot more to break your stamina bar down. Costs FP to use. I personally do not care for them. I'm only doing that to start her quest. You have to let her hug you like 2 or 3 times to fully do her quest.
I apologize for any... So... you defeated Godric. Well done. Something to mark. As you might... No need to be... D is an old... We found ourselves... But our paths have... Though that's hardly... D was that he discovered the mark of the centipede is an ancient symbol. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person, and if they were like you.
Oh, your divinity, have mercy and grant me forgiveness. The road is yet long, but God is not easily felled. But one day, without fail, you will have your wish. So please grant me forgiveness, Queen Marika. I didn't notice. I'll be doing my job. Just lay out it. Those words were not meant for maybe prisoner to you. But my prayers are... Well, I've had my say.
I am. Would you like now? You ask. I was known after I lay to do so before I was awake. Pray, despite all, so please. Then good day. I am. Would you like me? The blessing. Would you like now?
Trying to get her to tell me about Raji here.
You are so very warm. Then good day.
I guess she won't do it yet, so oh well. That's why I prepared. I'm gonna go ahead and use this now, and I'm gonna call this an episode. Here, yeah. So take it easy. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. All the best, you know.